Good morning, second graders. Today we are switching gears, changing topics, and jumping into a unit about measurement and length. So we are starting today with estimating, and estimating means to take a good, logical guess based on what you know. So estimating is making an educated guess using the things we know and trying our best to be thoughtful, reasonable, and educated. So here we go. We'll jump into our video and go from there. Maybe. Go, please.
Let's learn about units used to measure length. This is 1 inch. The inch is a short unit. Inches make up longer units. There are 12 inches in 1 foot. There are 3 feet in 1 yard. About how long are 1 inch, 1 foot, and 1 yard? These are objects that are about 1 inch, 1 foot, and 1 yard. A paper clip is about 1 inch long. A book is about 1 foot tall. A baseball bat is about 1 yard long. You can use these objects to measure. The eraser is about 2 paper clips long. What does it mean that 1 eraser equals 2 paper clips? It means that 2 paper clips end to end are about as long as 1 eraser. An eraser is about 2 paper clips, which is about 2 inches. The poster is about 2 books high, which is about 2 feet. The table is about 2 bats wide, which is about 2 yards. You have learned about 3 units of length: the inch, the foot, and the yard.
Okay, hopefully you've heard of inches, feet, and yards before, and I want you to notice really quickly that these paper clips, when they're using 2 of them to measure the length of this eraser, that those are put right end to end. We cannot use paper clips to measure and have them all spaced out. And we'll talk about this more as we continue in this unit. Let's look at our other video and move on from there.
When measuring length, you can use different units.
Really? That sounds cool.
It sure does, Daniel. You can use units like an inch, a foot, and a yard. There are 12 inches in 1 foot.
Ooh, and there are 3 feet in a yard, right?
That's right. This marble right here, it's about an inch long.
What about this book?
Well, Daniel, it's about a foot. I can put about 12 marbles beside this book, and they'd be about the same length.
Cool. Well, thinking about it that way, I'm guessing this table is about 1 yard, huh?
Exactly. I think you've got the hang of this. When you measure, you can always find an object that is about each length first, and get it very close to the real answer.
Is that why we kept using the word about?
Exactly. Using objects like the ones we just used, it's hard to always get it exactly. But they help us figure out how to measure bigger objects when we know the size of smaller ones.
That's so cool! Thanks for showing me how to do this.
No problem, Daniel.
All right, second graders, we are officially in our second math book. The Green Dot Math Book is volume 2. Please grab your Green Dot Math Book and meet me on page 694. 694, okay? Pause the video if you need to find that page, but we are opening up right here to page 694. It says you can use the length of objects you know to estimate the length of other objects. Some small paper clips are about 1 inch long. Here is our small paper clip. It is about 1 inch long. If we know that a paper clip is 1 inch long, then when I put my paper clip, even in my mind, next to my pen, I can say, oh, that's about 1, 2, 3, 4. My pen's about 5 inches long. Okay, because I can picture what this length is, that's about 1 inch, and then I can say about how many paper clips would it take to match the length of my pen. Well, if I had 5 paper clips, that would be about the same. When we are estimating, we are not looking for an exact answer, but instead we are using what we know to make a good guess. So what we need to do today for our practice, it says write the name and length of an object whose length you know, then use that object to help you estimate the length of the object shown. So the 2 objects that we are going to use because we know their length are a paper clip. We know a paper clip is about 1 inch long. So we're going to use that to guide our thinking, 1 inch. So if I know my paper clip is about 1 inch, your job is to estimate how long do you think your pencil is. So you need to look at your pencil and say, if I know my paper clip is about 1 inch long, about how many paper clips would it take to get to the end of my pencil? Now this is where we were talking, we have to put them end to end. We can't just put one here, and one here and say, oh, 3. That doesn't work. But when we're visualizing, that means making the picture in our brain, we have to visualize putting it here, then starting there, that's 2. And you're doing this by making a picture in your brain. Okay, so I'm going to estimate or guess that my pencil is about 8 inches long. Now, the next tool that I'm going to use is my book, and I'm talking about my math book itself. And when I look at my math book, if I look at it from edge to edge this way, this edge to this edge, that is about 1 foot. Okay, so I'm going to say my book is 1 foot long. Now I'm going to guess how many of my books, edge to edge to edge, it would take to get across my desk. Or how many feet do I think my desk is across? So I'm looking at your desks and my estimate is about 2 feet. You want to do the same idea here for 3 and 4. My hand is, think about it in inches, think about your paper clip. My hand is blank inches long. Make your estimate here. Sorry, we'll use paper clip over here. My paper clip is 1 inch long. My hand is about how many inches? That was my mistake, I'm sorry. And then we're going to say my book is 1 foot long. My chair is about how many? So this part should be the same for everyone. You get to make your estimates here, okay? Then we're going to jump over to our quick check. I will talk to you about those. Meet you there. Here we go. Listen carefully to these questions when you're working on them. Colin knows his book is 1 foot long. He uses his book to help him estimate the length of his bike. So if this is 1 foot, how many of these books could fit here? And how many feet would it be? 4 inches, 4 feet, 40 feet, 4 yards. Make your best guess. About how long is the key? 2 inches, 6 inches, 3 feet, 1 yard. Think about those paper clips. A paper clip is about 1 inch. Match the estimate with each object. This is like a little green cube that we use for ones in math. This is a piece of paper we write our spelling sentences on, and this is a baseball bat. Match the estimates to those pictures, please. Tia measured the height of the door. She says the door is about 2 units high. What unit did Tia use? Yards or feet? I want you to remember that the wooden rulers that we use to measure on our morning work, one of those is 1 foot. If we stack 2 of them together, would that be as tall as our classroom door? And finally, number 5, how tall is a juice box? Picture that paper clip. Think about how many paper clips you could stack up next to a juice box. Is it about 4 inches, about 2 inches, about 12 inches, or about 10 inches? Take your time, do your best. I know you'll do great.